Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog. Come and jump in the bus, short dog, long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog. We pick you up, take you to next bus stop and whatnot. What's the to my lunchbox? Enough stock to last the whole show. Got a whole pack road. The place about to go, better keep the glass gold. I jump in, meet my other friends. Big respect, gotta show love to them. You wouldn't believe who the bumping is. Why you looking like that? You coming in? Anyway, this is Matt, that's Steve. What a rich dandy. There's Jason, there's Robin, that's the other Steve. This the whole damn team, the whole stampede. Welcome to the show. Go ahead and speak. Make yourself at home. Yeah, take a seat. Let your mind free. Hit a little tree. Take a little drink. Whatever you need. Whatever you jump in the ride. Hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog. You on the long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog, long bus, short dog.
All right, fellas, welcome. This would be our 52nd show. So technically, man, you're our 1 year mark right here.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Let me push this at you just a little bit. But yeah, so what we got here today, we're going to get the business out of the way. Like, share, subscribe, help us get it out there. We'd like to thank Habits Glass and Goodies for taking care of us here, and they got 3 locations here in town. They got one at 84th and J, they got one on 101st and Maple, and they got one over in the Florence neighborhood over there off North 30th. Check them out. Be a creature of habits. So what we got shaking today is we got Steve, we got Danny, and we got Snake Lucci.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show. We'll get you the. Yeah. You got your own fan section here. Oh, I hit it twice. Look at that. They're clapping for Danny too.
No.
So welcome to the show, man. We're just gonna kind of start off with some basic life stuff. How old of a guy are you?
41.
41. Okay. You look younger than that, man. Good for you. I'm only 2 years older than you, and I look like way older.
Way older.
Yeah. You it is. You a Nebraska native?
Yeah.
All right. Been here your whole life.
I've moved around, but I've always come back.
Yeah. Well, that's it's one of those places that everybody kind of ends up. When you leave, you come back, and not too many people stay away. I went to Phoenix for a while in Florida, so I get that.
Yeah.
But kids?
Yeah, 2 kids.
All right. Boy, girl.
Daughter and a son.
All right. That's
Yeah, they're grown as fuck.
yeah.
What's that?
They're grown as fuck. Running around town.
That's all right. I got a pretty good age range, like 14 all the way down to 1.5. So one ain't grown, but the other one's starting to run around this town.
You got a few running around.
Yeah,
I got a few running around.
Danny's kids terrorize Missouri.
Yeah.
But so are you music full time, or do you got a job to help support the fam and all that? All right, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We all still work.
Yeah.
So what? I guess if you really look back at everything, as a kid, what got you into music?
Music was kind of already around because my brother, his dad was a musician. He was in a band. I don't know the name of it, but they were singers back in the day, like in the 80s. And I actually went to a couple of their shows as a kid. I remember grabbing a guitar one time and going on stage and just playing. They had to grab it away like, as a little kid, But I just remember seeing it from the stage and watching it. I was like, this is pretty cool. So, we spent time around the studio because he would go record or whatever. He had a drummer. And we'd be in there just listening. And so I was around the studio and the music shit already.
So it was just
and then I listened to a lot of music. So it was around, and I kind of thought about doing music, but it just took a while before I really kicked into it. Like I had to get into like a rap battle, which I've talked about on other occasions or whatever. But that's what really got me to want to rap, particularly.
All right. You used to be involved in the rap battles back in
Man,
Omaha
this was
here.
like, it was crazy. It was like a spur of the moment thing, but it just was like losing it made me not want to lose again. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Okay,
yeah. So I just wrote one to have it ready in case that happened again. And then it was like, you know what? How to structure a song. You know, I started getting into like how to count bars, and then just doing it for fun, just gradually putting songs together and having themes to the songs, and then collaborate with people, starting groups. I was in a couple of groups, and then we all branched off and did different things.
Yeah. I love in your music how wide of a range you got, because you've got the rap and you've got, I mean, we've kind of labeled it new metal here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's metal with kind of the hip hop flavor to it, and I have enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, that Puppets and Pills came out
Oh,
Yeah.
not too long ago, and I love that. And Matt Phoenix is, he took part of that too, and I love that. You've got a few things with him.
Yeah, he's on like most of the album.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a very talented dude.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Wide range also. I've heard him sing, and
Even his vocals, like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is the thing about him, like it's not just before the guitars and the vocals, also mixing. He's behind all our shit.
Yeah, he's like producing and everything.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
we've
Shout out to Matt Phoenix.
yep. We're going to talk to him at some point. We just haven't got it put together yet, which is fine. Do your thing, and we'll see you at some point.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, that's all good. We'll catch you when you're around. How long? I guess when did you really start doing music? Like this was when you were really, this
Like
is what
where
I'm
I
doing.
was dropping albums.
Yeah,
or just
or it's even
studio.
So I guess where you really started putting pen to paper and starting to put music out.
When you
really.
decided to become
Yep, this is what I'm doing.
2001 maybe.
Okay.
2002.
All right. And just, was there something that made that push?
Nah, I just kind of, I don't know, because I had went from that stage where I was talking about like with the rap battle and shit. Then I just would write just long ass songs. It would be just long verses with no structure to it. And then I had joined a group that was called the Ethnics. It was a couple guys out of Bellevue, so like we came together. And they were a part of a group before called the Triads. So like that broke apart. A couple of those members clicked up with me, and we made Ethnics Music Group. So it was like a label, and we had a couple artists. And actually, ISO was on that label also as Killer Rep.
Okay.
So that was like his intro.
All right.
His first like recording and shit.
You do any of the guitar work or any of that stuff on your own
No,
too?
you know, I do play the guitar, but I haven't played it on my own stuff yet.
Mhm.
Like I'm just sharpening up my craft.
Yeah. Well,
There you
just
go.
being able to play is like the first step.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like I want to play my own songs, so that's what I'm doing is practicing my own shit right now.
There you go.
To perform it, but then also other stuff to create new shit.
Well,
Just messing around right now.
adding the actual instruments into the the performance is always just turns it up.
Yeah.
A couple
Exactly.
clicks.
And especially the drummer, like just
Oh,
having
yeah.
the drummer,
Yeah.
just the sound of it in live music is good.
Yep. It adds another level to it and brings some, I don't know, just
now here's
more.
the flip side to that though. Is a lot of these songs like Puppets and Pills, a lot of these other songs, I'm not playing the guitar, but I'm whistling the harmony, and he's playing the guitar when I whistle. So like I have this idea in my mind, but if I can't play it, I'll whistle it. Like I'll record my vocals to nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then whistle it and then send it to him, and then he'll just structure it, something around it, and then boom, I might send it to somebody else. They'll throw a drum on it, and that's how this album came together. It's like that.
That's cool.
dope.
That's a good.
Being up.
You
Well,
definitely have a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
on most of the songs that we were listening to, you can tell it's a whole different deal.
yeah.
You know, we said it earlier. I can't wait to dive more into it.
No,
Dude,
there's and
I'm
you
just
got
ready to drop this album. To be honest, it's just,
yeah. We'll get to that here in a minute. What do you do for fun? And I guess what are your vents?
smoking a lot of pot, you know,
Yeah.
skateboarding.
I do see a lot of your skateboard
Yeah.
videos and
Video
things like
gaming.
that. You got
I'm a
okay.
gamer.
You and ISO both skate, right?
That's sweet. I do. You have your self skating in a lot of your music videos. videos.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
And I try and incorporate it more. And there's been times where it's like I wanted the whole video to be a skate video, and they'll just chop it into pieces. And I don't know, man. But the next one is going down because it'll be other skaters too, and then they'll go drop a video at the same spot with the whole idea. I don't know, but anyways, that's what I'm about to do this time. We're doing it at an indoor skate park, and I think it's going to be at the Bay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you're kind of a visionary, man. You see some shit going, you do it. Change it up. It's a good deal.
Yeah. If you had to choose 3 of your songs to tell to somebody who had never heard you before, like where to start with you, what would those 3 songs be?
Of my music,
Yeah.
3 songs. Acid Spit. Made Me Crazy. Parasite.
Okay.
We listen to Parasite.
Yeah. Metal Chopper, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Archery. Now that one like its normal version
Right.
and the slowed down.
Yeah.
That is I don't know what that is. That is fire to me though.
Yeah, thanks. That slow reverb.
Yeah, the way it slowed it down, I was like, this is still awesome. I actually heard the slowed down version first.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like,
Really?
yeah. And then, jumped onto the normal version and was actually rather impressed. It sounded great both ways.
Thanks.
You got 2 artists that you've worked with that are really dope, and then 2 artists that you would like to work with in the future.
2 artists that I have worked with that are very dope. ISO, obviously. 600 Breezy.
600 Breezy. Okay. I can't say that I've heard of him yet, so I'll have to check that out.
Like King Von and all them guys, it's like his own. So 2 that I would like to work with.
Yeah.
Any genre.
Anywhere, yep.
Yeah, we know you got a wide range. So.
Chino Moreno from Deftones. And
I came with the
the
hard
lead singer
question.
from Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What's his name? Jacoby?
No, Jacoby's Papa Roach, isn't
No,
it?
that's not the shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
What?
He said it's Matt Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason, from
Thanks, Jason.
Peanut Gallery.
J-Bomb in the corner.
Shout out Jason taking the photos. So now you do have a new album coming out, and that is released this Friday.
No,
No?
next month.
Oh, is it next month? Okay, well that's all right. That gives you a little time to do a little more prep. But so when is the drop on that, and what's it called?
It's called My Darkest Session. I don't have an exact date because I'm waiting on mixing right now. I got all my features back, so I'm just waiting on mixing, and then I'm gonna drop it. So I'd say about a month from today.
Okay.
That's my estimate right now.
All right, and yeah, when you do get it out, just let me know, and we'll help promote that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. What do you got coming up for shows and stuff like that?
We got the Glizzy Fest.
There you go. The what?
The
The what? Come on, man. Everybody say it with a straight face. The Glizzy Fest.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the Glizzy Fest. It's for decent dogs. Shout out to Justin Strawstone.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's a mixed genre show called the Glizzy Fest.
Yeah. It's 2 days now. Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
28th and the 1st.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on the second day, March 1st. So
I'm glad he added that second day and threw
Oh,
a bunch of more stuff in there. Yeah, it's going to be a good time for sure. For sure. So you also had a little bit. ISO's told us that you had a little part in him kind of getting into the music.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave him the push essentially.
yeah,
He was saying you snuck him into the club.
Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't be where.
he was able to go in. He had to be in a separate section though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it was
I remember that club very well, man. It was
it was like an opening for. He kind of mixed up some of the story. It's okay though because it was back. It's easy to mix it up, but it was to perform. Like it was like a competition to open for Tech Nine for that show that he's talking about.
Gotcha.
But the picture he was in with them, it wasn't with me. It was with I want to say Cerebral Inoculation or something. That's the name of the group. So shout out to them. I want to make sure that people know exactly. But anyways, that's how that went down, and yeah, so that's what that show was, and I think it was somebody ended up winning. It was the dude from Council Bluffs. I can't think of his name right now. He was actually on my first album. His name. He was on my song Thread. Titus. Yeah, he ended up winning that show.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I heard of it.
It's a long time ago. It was
Yeah,
back
I
when
heard that
Tech
name
dropped,
before.
he dropped Ever Ready, and it was like he had a tour going on.
Yeah, I remember when that CD had just hit. Yep.
So you've got this new album coming. What you got what do you got for coming out in that? What was your direction?
This one?
What was your artist? What was you guys always have way more sight than I do as like I'm like, yeah, I got this website now. What do I do with it? But you guys have like all the angles and.
So this one is like a trilogy. So I dropped Dark Sessions, then Darker Sessions, and this next one is my Darkest Session, right? And what it is, I noticed when I was on tour, on the group therapy tour, a lot of people were like, I like that metal song that you got on there. You should do more metal. So I started sprinkling more. And so what I wanted to do was, instead of jumping straight into it, I wanted to kind of like add a little more as I go. So if you notice, in Dark Sessions, it's mostly rap. And then I think Metal Chopper is on that one. That's the only one that's metal. And then Darker Sessions is like half and half. And then this one is like mostly metal with maybe a couple of bars on it.
Yeah.
So it's just like gradually going into it instead of jumping straight into it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And it's, like I'm excited for it because there isn't enough of that kind of, there's some good stuff out there, but it's few and far between,
Oh, like mixture of like rap and metal.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not easy to do. I don't know if you remember back in the day with Limp Bizkit. You remember they had that skit where they were like, it's a long ass skit too, where he's laughing at the end.
Right.
On the second significant other. But they were talking about, even though they were joking around, they were saying like it's hard to mix rap and rock and it not come out shitty, because like you could come out like you either know one or the other, but if you aren't knowledgeable about both, you're going to be off a little bit.
No, they did have a way to make it work when they did it.
When they were doing that shit, they were on top.
Yep, and that's been 25 years ago.
It's funny you say that. With Steve coming here this morning, he's like, you go back to Limp Bizkit, and he was.
I was in reference to your music. I was like, man, there's no, Limp Bizkit was like, I feel like the last, well, not the last. I mean, there's been plenty. Bob showed us something that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that was an art that was lost in the last 20-some years. So just to kind of hear some of your music this morning, brothers, it's really refreshing. And like I said, can't wait to hop back into some of your stuff and get to know your music.
And if you notice, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I noticed a lot of people that did mix up the metal and the rock ended up having to make a choice. They had a lot of them fests and stuff, Ozfest, and at them shows, they them shirts that said you can't spell rap without or crap without rap and all that. Metal is like anti-rap, so it's like they'd be like, get that shit out of there.
Right.
So name every person that did it, and you see that they gradually went out of it and put less.
Even Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park.
Yep.
Even Kid Rock.
Right.
He came in there sounding like Rage Against the Machine at first. He's killing shit, and then it just went into some country shit.
Right.
So, it's like they had to make a choice, and it was like there's too much pressure right there. So a lot of people don't want to be in that middle part where they mix them both.
Yeah, I'm
The
glad
metal-
that you're doing
smarter.
it. I feel like that's like I said.
It's a risk,
I feel like it's an art that's been lost, and I enjoy that. I really enjoy that type of music. So
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, definitely. You say it's a risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just
Some
'cause-
risks are worth taking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they pay out good if they pay out.
Yeah,
And
that
I
is kind of
guarantee that one's going to pay out.
And it's kind of cool just experimenting with the sound, and just it's something I enjoy listening to. So I kind of like know what sound that I want. It's just like painting a picture. It's art.
But it's your sound, though.
Yeah.
Who do you have Matt working on the album? Is he doing the
Matt,
production?
There's a couple other people. on mixing and on guitars and stuff. There's other guitarists too, but he's about on like 80% of the album.
Okay.
Like, playing the guitar on it. And there's a couple songs where I sent it to him and he just threw the guitar on it too. Like, shit, man, I think it would pop out with this. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
You're right.
Like
It
I
did.
said, just like you, he's a talented dude.
Yeah.
Very talented. We've seen him at Four Winds, and then we heard him do rap. We heard him do
Yeah.
Some singing.
some
yeah.
vocals. We've heard him. We've seen a video where he's covering a Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linkin Park should have.
He's really similar.
They skipped.
Should have got him.
Yeah.
Knew about it. Yeah. That chick. And at first I was about that chick. I was like, I thought when I first heard her shit, I was like, man,
It's not bad. Yeah,
it's critical about her. But I heard a couple other things and I was just like, damn, But at the same time, we're setting the bar high because his vocal pitch is just on another level. So, but yeah, he can nail it though.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
But he reminds me of like Kanye West, not musically, but just like creatively, because he was in the studio as a mixer, but he's making beats, he's making music, and he's like, check this out, and we didn't even know I didn't even know he played the guitar. We were in there doing Made Me Crazy. The beat was without the guitar at first, and then I got this little horn idea in my mind of the guitar. I'm picturing something, and I whistle it, and he grabs the guitar and does it. I was like, whoa, and that's when it just magic. You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, we're going through him for mixing rap shit, but I'm like, hold on. I remembered how he did that. I was like, look, I got this metal song. And then this just started pouring out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's something I wish I had that.
Communicate really good, and
creative.
like I say, I'll whistle something, and like he'll kind of pick up pretty quick. Like,
But you both gotta have an open mind.
Yeah.
But you gotta, yeah.
I wish I had that
And then-
much of a creative
sometimes
bone in
there-
my body.
Right.
Yeah, then we got a guy, he throws in the bass sometimes. He might throw in a drum. Clown in his life, now he goes by C. Jones Collection. But he was on Parasite. He pretty much made the Parasite beat, and then the guitar was added on top of that. But then there are songs where Matt did, which I think it was what? Puppets and Pills. Was it? Yeah, Puppets and Pills, where the bass line that's added in there is C. Jones Collection. So it's like sprinkle a little bit of each. It'll be a guitar from here, a guitar from there.
That's dope.
So that's cool.
The whole-
That's what a collaboration's about.
The whole
So it's
rap,
like a
rap
band,
the whole rap metal rap thing, all that, it's been around forever, but it's just not everybody
Nobody
uses it.
capitalizes on it.
But Ice-T.
Oh yeah.
Ice-T.
Oh,
Ice-T
yeah.
Did do some of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he dropped a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he really?
You know,
I didn't
back
know
on-
that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I might be tripping.
Take it
but I
back.
thought I saw it.
Jason's like fact checked over
Yeah.
there in the corner and shit, bro. You say some shit and he's over there. You're like, yep or no.
That means
Yeah, he was one of the first to do it. Really.
Right.
About it.
Yeah. And what was that album called back in the day? That first album.
The one that got
Ice-T?
banned.
Yeah, Ice-T.
Body count.
Body count. Yep. Yep, that's what it was. Body count.
When he had that song,
That was the
and then
name
they
of the group,
canceled.
right?
Yeah.
What was it?
And the song.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but the name of the group was Body Count.
Right.
Yeah.
But the one song was, they came up with that during the Rodney King riots and all that, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they banned that CD from the United States. Like you could only get that shit in Canada.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, the bootlegs were out there, but
I had NWAs before they tried to.
That's against the Constitution, though. Freedom of speech.
You kind of,
Yeah.
well, it was.
I always question that. Like, I
Yeah.
understand that there's things that you don't really want out there and you don't want to incite shit, but like, also, I should be able to say whatever I want.
How much freedom do we actually have?
Yeah. I mean, you
Oh,
know,
that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Don't. I should suggest that. I'll take
You're gonna pull it down.
retract that
You're gonna pull his whole
statement.
body.
Retract that. We're gonna have to invite you back for that show.
yeah. Like YouTube will take videos down for a word, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's a
You
single
don't like
word.
being censored?
No, I don't.
And it wasn't even it was just saying something about something that
But I
happened.
mean, you're gonna have to censor this one. I don't know.
First, I didn't say no word. I didn't say anything. I didn't say the
no,
word.
No, I think he did.
Oh,
For the song.
No,
Was it?
no, I don't
I
think
can't
so.
say.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard.
You normally would have got me.
Oh,
Ask these guys. You normally would have got me.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, you gotta bleep that one.
It's a
Yeah,
C word.
you gotta Yeah,
He's like, I'm not touching that.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
cop unalive.
It's not a 4-letter word either.
Oh yeah, I probably.
Yeah. so
Okay,
you
you're
got to-
right.
Yeah.
What?
No, when we talked about the name of that song,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
probably a
I've
good
read
call.
That too. Yeah.
stupid fucking.
Good looking out, man.
but it's right. We should be able to say what we want, but they will. So they'll take it away from you real quick. Come knock on your door.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
That's Secret Service shows up at people's house all the time for saying dumb shit on Facebook and whatnot.
Are
It's
you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's videos all over TikTok about it. You
I
just
didn't know that.
No, I never.
That's
I never heard.
terrifying.
oh yeah.
Don't dare say the word B. I'm not gonna say the word.
Hey,
Yeah, just-
I ain't trying to have nobody show up at my house.
Yeah,
Shut the
no.
fuck up then.
Yeah. No, you start talking
This
weird
is
shit.
my
man.
house. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. We'll do that
Well,
one.
they'll find out who that we are and be
Right.
at our houses too. It won't.
Right,
It's not
right,
just your
right.
house, bro. They're gonna be like, "Who's this snake guy?"
It changes.
No,
Hey, let's start talking about football.
So yeah, Eagles.
I was glad that they did win. I was, like as cool as a three-peat would be because it's never been done. I'm glad it didn't too. I didn't want another year of.
Just wondering if they're gonna have to grease up the poles and shit. Do all that
They
shit
do
again.
some crazy shit in Philly. They still rioted.
Hey.
Like they burned a bunch of.
Oh, I'm sure cars
Yeah.
flipped and
Yeah.
my team won. Let's fuck up the city.
Yeah.
I get taxed because I'm
Hey,
from
hey,
Missouri.
hey.
That's what's up.
Oh.
You know what's fucked up though? You know what Kansas City didn't have to worry about this year?
The parade.
The parade.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody taking care of. Nobody going crazy during the parade. They have
Which
to worry
is
about
dumb
that.
to me too. Like we're here to party. Like, why are y'all fighting?
Yeah, I don't get that point myself, but
I don't want to fight at a party.
I get people get excited, but what's the point of causing mayhem when you
They're
can have
just drunk,
fun?
Well,
and then it's just like
you can have
relief.
fun. You
Well,
know,
It's like people see other people doing it, and it's
Right.
like,
And they're like, oh yeah, he did it. I can do
mayhem.
it.
Well, and don't take your ass
Been
whooping.
drunk.
Like, why do we got to shoot everybody? Just
Right.
fight. Like, a dude.
Oh, they were shooting?
Yeah, the last year at the parade,
the
like
last
there was
parade.
a couple people,
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
couple people got shot.
Stupid
up.
shit.
Just over a fight, and there's like, I don't know, man. It was just not good. Like, let's
Wasn't it some dude from Omaha?
Yeah, they got-
that stopped him. I think a guy from Bellevue.
Yeah, he hangs out at the bar.
Nice.
So I had a couple. I had
Yeah,
a
it was a
conversation.
dude out of Bellevue that like tackled the gunner, and
Oh, that's crazy. Superhero shit right there.
But nobody can take an ass whooping anymore. It's,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
it's
You know
ridiculous.
what's crazy?
Yeah,
I got a
for real.
buddy. He just died Friday. Same shit, man. He called out somebody. He just did 8 years in the pen. He got out. He was only out for 2 days. He got in an argument.
I
He
seen
drunk with his
that. I
buddies.
seen.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah,
you know, he called somebody out. And he killed him.
well, yeah, they tried
You
to
don't
kick
wanna
him
fight
out of
him.
the party or something.
Well, my condolences, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
And he was a youngster. He went in like 18.
yeah. That's a shitty deal. This is I heard his brother on the news talking about that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Des Moines?
Uh,
This was Des Moines.
yeah, his brother was on the news talking about the incident. Though.
Oh, really? Yeah.
This is crazy, man. Why can't you get your ass whooped anymore and just take it and move on? You know what I mean? You gotta,
Everybody,
Many fucking times.
you know what? Because everybody's too fucking butthurt. Everybody thinks they want to be everybody wants to be a tough guy, but nobody knows how to take it out.
I'm sorry, but anybody born before 2000,
Yeah.
dude, they don't want to ass whooping, bro. They're like, fuck that. It's like
Yeah.
we all grew up.
Look,
you
'cause
got
we
your
all-
ass
hey,
whooped.
'cause we all
going
taught
down the road,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I was the type of guy that if there was 5 or 6 of you, I'll still fight
Oh,
y'all. I'll
I
take
was
my
little.
whooping.
I got my ass whooped every day till I grew, and then once I grew, I was like, "Fuck you, dudes." I started.
Yeah, not me. I came.
They were like, "Oh, that's crazy."
I
dude."
came huge.
I don't know. My son's from the young generation. He's out here whooping ass.
Good for him. Good
But
for
I
him.
worry about him getting
Well,
shot.
so my,
Yeah,
you know,
you
my,
gotta worry
my
about
son,
it. Yeah.
my son too. He's 26.
Yeah.
He's out. He's a big fucking kid, and he's out here doing his dumb shit. And first off, we didn't have cameras,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
we did.
and yeah, I mean, you worry about the repercussion. You
Yeah.
know, 'cause
We all got families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you just gotta let a motherfucker win the argument.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, every motherfucker in this room's done something they ain't been locked up for.
Oh,
Legend.
allegedly,
I
yeah.
don't know. What the fuck
I'm
you're
just
talking
saying. I'm just saying, a couple of us have got caught,
Yeah.
snitched, whatever.
I mean, I still,
And
No, nobody snitched. Hey, don't label me.
No, I said somebody snitched on me. That's what I was saying. It's one of those deals. I never got caught. I got snitched on, man.
Fucked me up with that one.
Yeah, no, I got lucky. I got lucky a lot.
Yeah.
I got lucky a lot.
I trusted too many people. That was my problem.
Yeah.
It was. If I'd have just done it all myself, I'd never had any repercussions. That's
Yeah.
the bad thing.
Hell yeah.
You can't. Yeah, just don't tell on yourself. Everybody talks too
Yeah,
much.
you tell somebody to do something, they get caught. He told me to do it. And
Yeah.
then you get popped like you did it. You might as well did it.
Yeah. I told him to do it, but I didn't do it. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
So I told him to color this asshole on this pig. That sounded gross.
So
as
how
fuck.
old are your kids? Or how old's your son
My
anyway?
son's 17.
70. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
he'll be
he's
18 in April. My daughter's 20.
all right. So he's probably ready to defend himself. You know, being my 14-year-old, he ain't never been in a fight, and I don't know, but he's a big dude. So I hope, you know,
Yeah.
but I always, you know, if you ain't taking a punch,
Yeah.
you know, ever, how are you going to take that first one?
Yeah.
My 8-year-old, we got a lab, and the 8-year-old, the lab jumped up and popped him in the eye with his nose,
Knocked him out.
trying to get a toy. Nah, but he was, oh, my eye. And I'm like, well, now you kind of know what it's like to take a punch. And, you know, now you know it's going to hurt. You can prepare yourself for it.
I remember there was this club back in the day, the club that you guys all went to.
Like guitars and Cadillacs or whatever.
108 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was this big motherfucker there. It was bouncing. And I'm talking, this motherfucker was big. I think his name was Tiny.
He works
But he's
in
fucking
cameras
not
now.
Is it? I know it.
This motherfucker got knocked out by
I quit working. He started when I quit over there.
this kid got knocked out by a 5'0" chick. This guy hitting the jaw, just whoop. Because no, I don't know. Did anybody ever test that guy before? Nobody. He ever had his jaw tested? Well, she fucking got him. She dropped that motherfucker.
Hey, I saw a Tiny tackle a motherfucker outside. Damn near choke him out. They had to tell him, hey, man, you going to jail, dude.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, no,
I was like, damn, he was the fucking security there.
Right.
Yep. No, and so that's my kids. I'm always worried about them being able to take a punch when they finally get one, but I know they're not afraid to defend themselves anymore.
Okay, like my oldest, the 29-year-old, not worried about him at all. Noah, my 14-year-old or 15-year-old, about to be 16, not worried about him at all. My 22-year-old, I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Was he a little guy or what?
Well,
He's
just
a string bean and he got a mouth worse than mine, bro. So he's kind of fucked, bro.
yeah.
Well, he's gonna learn his lesson.
He's probably, I'd say he's 6'1", and he weighs maybe about
Take
50.
him to boxing or something, you know what I mean?
No,
Fair.
he's solid,
Yeah.
but he doesn't realize how little he still is. You know what I'm saying? He's
Well,
got,
see, Gage was always quick to try to, like, you know, we would be at a football event at like the Bellevue Berry Farm after the season was over, and there would be some little scuffle over here, and he'd want to go run and jump in, and I'm like, man, you're gonna run and jump in and end up getting shot like everybody else, or you know what I mean, or end up going to jail. Like, you need to watch what you're running into. I've been trying to teach him the, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna get yourself right a check your ass can't cash just running up into a fight,
Right.
you know.
You say ain't no fun when the rabbit has a gun.
That's
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a scary
For sure.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, well, they get kind of into the mob mentality. You know, there's
Yeah.
20 of us and 2 of this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But, like,
But that gun's got 17 shells.
It's tricky.
yeah.
That's what
So,
you gotta look
and that's
at it,
where
bro.
we're back to is nobody wants to take an ass whooping, and they pull a gun
They'd
quick as
rather
hell.
shoot you.
I carry, but it's only to make sure
Yeah.
that I go home.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fight all 8 of you, but I'm going to go home.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I'm
If I had my rights, man, I would carry all over the place. My house would be full.
yeah.
I'm fighting for mine right now. I'm about a year away from getting my rights back, possibly. So
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm eligible.
good luck. I mean, it's, you know, if you have proven that you've been, you know, what is it, like 10 or is it 10 years? You got to, I think I had a got caught with a little like some pot dust in like 2002 and had to wait the 10 years too.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and that's yeah. But I hope that it works. You
You
know,
had to go through the pardoning.
no, see, I didn't have to get pardoned. It just comes off after 10
Oh, yeah.
because it wasn't a felony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just a misdemeanor.
It's up to the governor for me, so it's like 50-50.
Yeah,
I heard that's
You know.
a tough process.
And I got to do it in 2 states, so I got to do it here and Iowa.
Oh, you
One
got
can
caught
say
on the
no,
border or
yeah.
something?
No, I got 2 different cases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you be good with them words in that letter, sir.
I know.
No, it's
I
not
mean,
just
it's
that.
50-50.
They
But they
gave
gave me
you a
my
copy
rights.
of that letter?
Look, check this out. I got my rights. I got my right to get a passport and the right to hold office. So if I got the right to hold office, I have my rights to get a gun. I could be a mayor. I can't get a gun.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a violent criminal and
Yeah.
can be a productive member of society, I believe you should be able to protect your family and yourself.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
I guess we'll find out what Governor Pillin thinks about that.
Especially look when the president's a felon, like maybe we got a chance here. Come on, you know?
We all know it's bullshit.
Maybe it's a better chance now.
Oh, but wait a minute. The other president, right before he left party,
Oh,
how many people?
Hey, hold on. Let's not get into politics.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
I don't even like politics.
I'm
Me either.
I was just
out
saying.
on it. Listen,
Stop. Just stop.
I'm out.
We're done.
So
He's right.
when did you kind of start making the shift more from rap to rock? Yeah.
Okay, so I always listened to both, right? And it would be like I listened to metal more than rap, but I was rapping. So I don't know. I thought about it, but everything I wrote kind of sucked. So I was like, yeah, fuck this, you know. And it all sounded like corn. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound original. I'm not fucking with it.
Is that because that's what you listened to at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
But that helps you later develop your own.
yeah.
And who are some of your influences as like musically? Like you're obviously Korn.
Yeah.
You've been
Like metal wise.
Yeah.
There's a long list, man. Deftones, System of a Down, In This Moment.
when I was in Phoenix, I was a huge System of Down dude.
So,
I rode a motorcycle.
I see System of the Down and Limp Bizkit and Method Man Redman down here.
Yeah.
In Nebraska, in Omaha. I think I was like 18 years old. It was my first concert.
That's a hell of a first concert.
Hell yeah.
System of the Down opened up for Redman.
Just that alone.
What's that?
Just that alone is
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's when they first came up with that song "Sugar," and then Limp Bizkit came on after that. That was a crazy.
That's my
show.
favorite album, actually. The one that was on that song.
Yeah,
that's
Sugar.
on my top, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first
First
one.
one.
Was yeah,
It's like self-titled.
right.
That would have been an awesome show.
That was a cool show.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was when Redman and Method Man were just getting together, just doing their thing. So it was good. It was a great show to be at.
Someday, I always there's a lot of shows I miss that I regret.
Well, we went to a couple of shows that were fucking horrible. I remember one show we sat in the back and fucking we were high the whole time. It was Ja Rule. Remember that concert?
Oh,
Bro, we were sitting.
I went to one of his and it was good. This was a long time ago.
No, it was the same show.
It was a good show, but we were that fucked up.
We were in the back. We were on the back, just all fucked up.
Was Charlie Baltimore there?
Was it a good show? I don't remember.
That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, I think one of my first concerts was like Casey and JoJo
What the fuck?
back in the day
You
at
went with
like
your
the
boyfriend?
Civic or something. I don't know, bro. I don't remember. I went with
I
like
don't know.
Katrina and Dustin and a bunch of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Did you just say Katrina?
Yeah. I went with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Katrina, what's wrong with you?
But I didn't really.
My fucking
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I know Katrina
Oh,
watches
no,
every
yeah,
episode,
probably.
so what's wrong with you, girl? Casey the Dojo?
Yeah, no, that was whatever. It was.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was somebody else there, but I can't remember.
Your boyfriend.
Oh yeah. Dumb as
That's-
fuck.
Peter Puffer.
Jesus. What was that? Was your first show? Was Method Man and Redman? So yeah, I mean, looking at the comparison, yeah, I fucking
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah. What was your first show, Danny? All right, here comes the story. What was your first show?
My first concert?
Yeah,
Honestly, that was White Snake, Rat, and Tesla.
Holy shit! Those are all great
I
bands.
went to see Rat, and I'd never been more disappointed in my life.
Oh shit.
Especially since I went with one of Stephen Pierce's cousins. They lived in Springfield, Missouri. We had a good time at the show, but their
Your
sound guy,
microphone is over there. Like over
their
on the other
sound
side
guy,
of the
yeah, their sound guy, you couldn't understand. You couldn't hear anything over the guitars.
Oh, that's
Nothing.
rough.
You couldn't hear vocals, nothing. Dude. It was horrible. And then I don't know if Mr. Piercy was having a bad day or whatever, but he was being a total douchebag. I mean, but then Tesla comes out, dude. They sounded better than they sounded on
was it
CD,
the same microphone?
bro? Yeah,
Was it the same mic?
same stage. All three
Maybe
bands
they
were the
had
same
their own
thing.
mics.
They had
Maybe.
different sound guys running the board. You know,
That can be a thing too.
dude. Tesla
Sometimes.
sounded better than it did on disc. I was just like I had listened to Tesla, but I wasn't into them until I seen that concert.
Yeah.
And Great White, dude, the stage performance, like with guitars, these motherfuckers were running across the stage doing somersaults and shit like that. It's still playing and getting up and killing it, bro. And it was clean and nice, and it was an awesome show.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Do you remember your first show?
My first show was the Ja Rule concert.
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Obviously, you were paying attention. I wasn't.
Yeah, this chick asked me, she said, "You want to go with me?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No,
First show.
I've always had
The
a.
best show I'd say was Deftones, though. And it was when their bass guitarist was, or their bass player was still alive, Chi.
Okay.
So I got to hear that. That's when they dropped Saturday Night Wrist around that time.
You know, another show I went to at the Civic is it was Tech Nine. Who else did Tech have? He had a God, I can't remember the guy's name. Fuck, I can't remember. He had somebody else on the show, and then he had Mayday. It was when he was just introducing Mayday.
Oh, okay.
So Mayday, when they came out of that one, I ended up leaving there a Mayday fan. I'm not there with some of Mayday's music. That was a good show.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite performances that you've seen?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's Deftones.
Deftones.
You know what? There was some guys that came on that show with them. They didn't even speak English, and it was so dope. I went and bought their album.
Oh,
They were like Japanese or something called Duran Gray.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
these guys are nuts, man. Like I guess they self-mutilate, which I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, you know what I mean? But I didn't even realize that's what it was. I thought it was a tattoo because I went to go get a beer. I come back and I was like, "Hey, man, that's a cool tattoo." I thought he had like a slice tattoo blood
Yeah.
fake. No, this guy was like, after we left, somebody was like, "Man, did you see when he was slicing himself?" And then I went and looked on the website, and dude is like a satanic dude, and all his lyrics are like satanic, and he's mutilating himself.
Oh,
dude, it was crazy. But the music, like outside of that was weird.
Well, let me get this album.
Weird. No, what was weirder is their album cover. It was like black, but you got to shine a black light over it, and it translates their lyrics to English, and it was like straight satanic. That's what was weird about it.
Oh.
But musically, outside of all of that shit, though, is dope. They
That's
call
what's
it Duran Gray, and I guess now they do American, they speak in English now, which isn't as good in my opinion. But the song I like is called "Rotted Root." I think it is.
Okay.
Check it out.
You got any dream venues?
Dream venues.
Yeah, you
Not
want
really.
to
I
go
mean,
to Red
Rocks,
Rocks?
I guess.
Yeah. That would be that one's, it's kind of close, and that would be one that I would like to. I haven't seen a show there
that's
yet.
the epitome of around
I mean, that's
in this
kind
area
of
for sure.
that's like that's a name kind of like Madison Square Garden's MSG, right?
It's,
Right.
it's-
Or like a
you
big
know-
festival or something.
Right.
Yeah, everybody knows what Red Rocks is.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
That'd be a dope place to go.
yeah. Any touring or anything coming up here with the new album and all that?
Yeah, there's a couple shows coming up, and then a tour. I'm gonna let them announce it though.
Yeah.
Something coming up here in summertime.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. There's always a plan, and a master plan is, you got to wait for your timing. That's what's up. All right, man. You got any? Where can everybody find you on all your socials?
Snake Lucci on all platforms.
And it's Snake House on YouTube.
Snake House Records.
Snake. Okay, that's where I found all your
Yeah,
music
or
and
it
all
should
that
be
stuff.
like Snake House TV or something.
Yeah, I think it's Snake House TV. But that's what's up. All right, man. Well, we'll get some lunch on the way here, and
Yes, sir.
you guys have a good day.
Shoot.
Peace out.
Run it.
Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye.